Star Wars Episode 7, huh? Okay. Alright. Gotta review it. Gotta talk about Episode 7. Good? Okay. Gonna just get some of Davy's medicine in me. Alright. Star Wars Episode 7. You want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
He fell asleep in New Jersey before the bombs hit the ground. Broadcasting from a bomb shelter, he is the nuclear clown.
I honestly don't know where to begin with my review of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I would like to preface my review by saying a few things. I realize that these are going to be 3 movies. So I will try. Sorry. I will try. Because, you know, the story unfolds and characters evolve and change and stuff like that. So judging this on the same way you would on a movie that you don't expect to be a trilogy is a little unfair. Because I know it's going to be a trilogy and I know things are going to expand and evolve, at least one would hope. So I would just like to put that out there. I am judging this movie based on it being a trilogy. And I gotta tell you, the Star Wars reboot was surely something to see. What? It was an original movie. Oh no, it wasn't. Let me tell you something, okay? Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was a fucking reboot. It was a remake. It was like a best of collection. It was that AC/DC live album where it's like all their hits for like 3 hours. That's what this was. It was a best of Star Wars movie. And you'll say, Dave, don't be silly. Why would they do something like that? This is why. This is why. My spoiler-free review of Star Wars The Force Awakens is same old shit. Same old shit. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Bad guy in a black outfit with a red sword. I'm not even going to say excuse me anymore because I'm mad. Guy in a black outfit with a red sword. Check. Okay? Stormtroopers with smiley faces now. They smile now for some reason. Check. Han and Chewie and the Falcon. Gotta have that in there, right? Check. Big planet destroying weapon that needs to be destroyed by a plucky resistance. Check. Hot shot. I'm so cool. I'm so hip. I'm the best pilot in the galaxy guy. Check. It's the same thing. Plucky droid given a mission to find a powerful Jedi. Guys, it's the same thing. This wouldn't bother me if we didn't wait 30 years. Well, I didn't wait. You guys were waiting. I was done. Return of the Jedi, I was done. I was like, look, the Ewoks, they're playing xylophone or whatever the fuck on a stormtrooper helmet. Okay, it's done. Hey, everybody goes home happy. The Empire's destroyed. Darth Vader turns out to be a good guy after all. Hey, I can live with that. I'm done. We can go home now and move on to Minecraft, right? But you guys weren't done. And Disney wasn't done wanting some of this. Because, Frozen didn't really do as well as they thought as far as the merchandising and shit. I want to talk real quick. This has nothing to do with the movie, really, per se. But I want to talk about Disney for a sec. I'm kind of ashamed. And, not ashamed. Ashamed would imply like I had something to do with it. And I only produced The Good Dinosaur. I am disappointed. Yes, better word. I am disappointed in Disney for how they've been, strip mining Star Wars. You got the license, and I understand that you want to make a whole bunch of money, right? I got that. Because you're Disney and business has been slow, right? Do you have to do everything? And I know that, it's Star Wars merchandise is like, it's like Kiss, it's just everywhere and shit. But we have gone to a new level of, do you need this? Does this need to be here? And the answer is, of course not. Of course it doesn't. Even in a capitalistic, commercial, materialistic sense. And I love materialistic shit. I love it. I love wasting money on bullshit. Nothing makes me happier. Except eating and alcohol, probably. Even then, we don't need this much shit, right? Not only that, if you're gonna strip mine Star Wars, fine. You have the license, you're doing these new movies, merchandise these new movies all you want. Why am I seeing like Boba Fett t-shirts? And why am I seeing like Grand Moff Tarkin thongs and shit like that? If you're doing new movies because you need this, right? Market the shit out of your new movies and your new characters. That's fine. Do whatever you need to do. But the old movies have already been dug up, propped on stage, and sold 10 billion fucking times. I don't want to go through it again. This will be the third time, right? Well, not for me, because I was like born when the original Star Wars movies came out, but because they merchandise them. Then when the new prequels came out or whatever, a couple years before, they re-released them in the theaters, and then they resurrected to rape to gang rape is more like a caveman gang rape is what I like to refer it as. Just like Tinkerbell, kind of like fluttering around in the woods, and then just like a bunch of cavemen run out and just rip her dress off and rip her wings off and just start, doing all kinds of unspeakable, like highly awesome things to her in the woods. And this isn't only just my fan fiction. This is like an analogy. Was that the right word? I don't know. My point being, sell and market your new shit all you want. You got the rights, you got the license, you're making the new movies, go for it. Make your fucking money, right? But please don't do it for shit you've already... Okay, alright, I'm not gonna get upset. No, I am. I'm upset. Let's talk about the movie. When I saw the poster for The Force Awakens, I thought, wow, these cosplayers are getting pretty good. I mean, they're like self-financed, kickstarted movie for Star Wars. The fanfic, the fan movie they did is really, like, that's pretty good. Not bad. You got like a pregnant droid and everything. But I was wrong. This is the actual movie. And that's the problem, okay? I want to talk to you about Star Wars names. These are the names of the new characters, the new heroes that are going to carry Star Wars into the garbage can, right? Into the depths of Tartarus, okay? Finn, Poe, and Rey. 3 syllables sums it all up. Finn, Poe, and Rey. 3. I am really, really big, call me crazy, I don't know, on characters being awesome. I'm really big on main characters being special, having a look to them, having a quality about them that makes people say, right? And when I hear the names Poe, Finn, and Rey, I think atrocious. Well, I should have used a different word because that was 4 syllables, right? Shus. You can't, it's atrocious. It's 4. Like atrocious, but that's not really. You're stretching the language at that point, but The moral of my story is this. If you're making, I don't care what it is, a video game, a movie, a TV show, you're writing a short fucking story, names, faces, charisma, all very, very important. And the characters, the new characters in Star Wars, The Force Awakens, are fucking boring, okay? Finn looks like every guy I've ever seen every day. The girl looks like Natalie Portman. We've been there before. And nice eyebrows. She got nice eyebrows. And the droid is pregnant. And the bad guy, Kylo Ren, when he took off his mask, I started laughing. Because he looks like Lou Diamond Phillips. I thought it was Lou Diamond Phillips when he took off his mask. Now, okay, I will say something about the bad guy. Because by far, and I wasn't expecting this, by far, the best part of The Force Awakens was the bad guy, was Kylo Ren. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, it's easy to be the best when everything else is dirt poor. But I think they did something very, very good with this particular character, which I will get to in a moment. But as far as his look, guy in a black suit with a red sword, same shit, same old shit, except Darth Vader looks approximately 500 times better and more interesting than this fucker, right? I don't understand. 30 years, guys. We've been waiting 30 years. Can I get something? Can a brother get a witness? And can I get something different than guy in a black cloak with a red sword? 30 years. 30 years. 30 years. I'm 35 years old. Why is that? Why can't I die? I just want it. I want it. I want to go. I'm not ready for this. I want to go. 30 years. We've been waiting for Star Wars, and this is what they give us. This is the bullshit that we start out with for Star Wars. Okay, drinks. Drinks are on me and in me. Right now. Characters, right? They have to jump out at you. They have to grab you. Especially, why am I doing the claw, the eagle claw? Especially an iconic fuck franchise like Star Wars, right? The new characters in the new movies should be like, okay, he's an interesting looking person or a unique looking person. Hey, that guy looks like there's something going on with him, right? There's something about that person that just strikes you. It's the same with pro wrestling or anything like that. It's an industry about personas. It's an industry about charisma. It's an industry about it. Okay? And, these new characters suck. They suck bad. They suck really, really, really bad. So as to not seem like I'm completely like just trashing this film, because there were some parts that I enjoyed about this movie. And that's the thing. That's what kills me, right? The Force Awakens wasn't a horrible movie, right? And The Force Awakens wasn't a good movie. The Force Awakens was a template. It was a template movie, is what it was, right? It was just a checklist of okay, bad guy, black cloak, red sword, check. Stormtroopers, check. Star Destroyers, okay, check. There's nothing fucking new. If you were to give me the option right now, if I could watch Episode 1 or The Force Awakens, I would take Episode 1 in a heartbeat, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm not mad at you. I seem upset. I'm not mad at you. You're my friend. I'm mad at everything else. I promise. Just, it's been a hard day. It's been this week has just been bad for me. So, okay. We all know that Episode 1 and the new prequels in general are just awful. We know that, right? But here's why I like it better. Okay? I'm comparing Episode 1 directly to Episode 7, and I'm picking Episode 1 because Episode 1 was different. It was. Sure, black guy, black robe guy with a red lightsaber. Okay, you got me there. But the Trade Federation, look at them. Look at the battle droids. Look at the rolling destroyer droid things, which were awesome, by the way. Look at the vehicles and the technology. It was all different. They didn't look like fucking stormtroopers, right? There weren't Star Destroyers all over the place. You know what I mean? In The Force Awakens, it's the same shit. Did the Empire go away? Didn't the Empire lose? Right? Current event reference, but ISIS isn't using German Nazi technology. Are you with me? Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, why is it that the Alliance topples the Empire, the systems revolt against said Empire, they're defeated, their leader is destroyed, the good guys win, yay. And now it's just like, oh, that doesn't matter. Just some new guy was like, wait, let's keep going. Let's keep going with TIE fighters and Star Destroyers and X-Wings. Alright? This seems to work pretty well, and there's a lot of them around. So let's just keep going. And everybody else just kind of went, okay, instead of the Alliance, we'll be the Resistance, because, you know, that's not fucking brainless, and that didn't take 2 seconds to come up, let alone 30 fucking years. If I told you I was going to give you something, right, but it was going to take 30 years for me to do, and you're really going to like it, and it's going to be awesome, right? No, I wouldn't even have to say that. If I said, dude, I'm going to do something 30 years from now, I'm going to give you something. 30 years. It's going to take me to do this. You would expect, maybe not quality, maybe not something great, but I bet you would expect something different in 30 years. And that is the gravest fucking sin that this movie did. There's nothing different. There's nothing different, right? Evil Galactic Empire, plucky Resistance fighters, Wookiee, we're done here. We're done here! We are done here. They showed me their guns, G. What the fuck am I gonna do now? You know what? I would have preferred a reboot. Just reboot it. Just do it again. Just do Star Wars again. Whole different cast. I still think, what was his name? Eric Schultz? Was it the guy from Some Kind of Wonderful? Robert Schultz? Eric Schultz? Why am I thinking of Eric, the other one? Eric Roberts. That's not him. The guy from Some Kind of Wonderful. The redhead kid. I always thought he'd make an awesome Luke Skywalker if they ever decided to redo. But he's like kind of older now. But I thought he would be an awesome Luke Skywalker. Anyway, just redo it. It's the same shit. It's the same. Don't you please look. You can hate me all you want. All right. You can fat, bald, shit. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you got to be with me, right? I don't know how you can watch this movie and not see the direct motherfucking parallels. The direct parallel parking going on here. It's the same thing. Somebody out there has to believe me, right? Okay, so anyway, it looks like I'm wearing no pants. Well, I'm not wearing pants, but it looks like I'm wearing nothing anyway. Okay. I'm getting worked up. Look. After seeing, initially, the smiling stormtroopers and just seeing that they were just going to give me more of the same, I thought, okay, well, look. If it's more of the same, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good more of the same, right? Wrong. Okay? The woman from Game of Thrones, the very tall one, is a stormtrooper like sergeant person. Like I love that. I love making, like a stormtrooper commander, like a stormtrooper who's like not just an MP, a nameless, NPC, a stormtrooper who's a big deal. I thought, great, give me more of that. It would have been nice if she did something, right? Star Wars, I think, is underrated. The original movies. Whenever I say Star Wars, I'm talking about the good movies, obviously. I shouldn't have to even clarify that, but, I guess I should. Star Wars, to me, is special in that Princess Leia, to me, is such a strong female presence. A strong female role model, right? And I've talked about this before, so I'm not really going to get into it too much on why I think so. But, like, she's not the helpless damsel in distress, even though in the first movie she was, the damsel in distress. But she whips out a blaster rifle and starts fucking shit up. She's a strong woman, a strong female character, and I think that's great. And even when they objectify her and put her in, like, barely nothing, in rags, and she's tied to, Jabba the Hutt, a.k.a. me, what does she do? She kills him. She struggles against the male oppression, and she kills him. She doesn't only kill him. It's not like she smuggles a blaster up her cooch and executes him at point blank range. She chokes him the fuck out with her own chain, y'all. Like that. That's symbolic, right? Female strength, right? That's cool. That's and that was in the fucking early 80s or whatever. Great. So now that we have this stormtrooper captain person, Captain Phasma, I was like, all right, sweet. So they're gonna do another like strong, capable female character. No, she's just there to be big. She's just there to be big and tall, and she gets like, does she even fight? Does she even fire a shot in this movie? Does she do anything? She doesn't do anything. She does nothing. She's like, I'm Captain Phasma. Oh shit, I'm captured. Oh no. Oh no. Does she throw a punch? Does she do anything? Nothing. She does nothing. The woman does nothing. Right? The woman does nothing. And look, I know that, Leia's actually in this movie, but, Leia's not in this movie. Guys, it's not. Okay. Alright. I didn't want this to go off the rails, but I'm already drinking, so it's officially off the rails. When I heard that Disney took over Star Wars, I was elated. I was overjoyed. Disney does quality work. They do quality shit. It's hot. It's hot and I'm fat, so I'm just stripping down as the review goes on, and by the end of it, I'm going to be in nothing but a smile. When I heard that Disney took over Star Wars, I thought it was great. I thought it was great because Disney does good shit. They do. They really do. They're quality storytellers for the most part, and they're adept at what they do. So I was looking forward to the direction that they would take Star Wars in. I had no problem with it, right? I had no problem at all. Until I heard that they were just doing a continuation. Episode 7? Why? Why? Start it again. Start new characters somewhere completely different in a completely different, time zone. Do it in Canada. I don't fucking give a shit. Do something different. Do something that you have the license, right? You can make a whole new trilogy with all new characters. Do something completely different, but no, we're still in this orbit of Chewie and Han and Leia, and get the fuck off my dick already. Like, I can't. I'm so done with these characters. I'm so done with. They literally have nothing to offer me but death. And I'll get to that. It's boring and it's done. And especially for when you get a new franchise and you can make something new. You can start something again. You can breathe new life into something. Use the same universe. Star Wars has this enormous, expansive, brilliant universe. Just pick something and go and start again. And new characters, new people. And Star Wars doesn't ever have to die, right? Because you can always keep restarting it in a different place with different, people or whatnot. And I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was supposed to be like an HBO Star Wars show. It was like an episodic Star Wars show, and it was going to be like every episode would be about something different. Where, like one episode might be about a bounty hunter, and another might be about, a Jedi somewhere. But it was every episode. It was not like a series type show where the plot would just kind of keep going. It would just rubber band all over the place. And one week would be about somebody, and then another week would be about somebody else. And I loved it, which of course meant it never saw the light of day, right? But that's what I mean. I mean, this universe, this Star Wars like cosmology that they've created through the years is so vast and so rich, and you could do so much with it. Or we could have 9 movies, 9, about Vader and Luke and Leia, because they have so much more to offer us, right? And am I the only one who wonders, where's Lando? Does nobody care? Am I the only one who cares about Lando? That was one of the first people I wanted to find out about. What's Lando up to, right? Guaranteed he dies off camera in like a movie or something. The next movie, Chewie's going to be like, "Rawr," and then the subtitle's going to be like, it sucked when Lando died. He fell off I was going to say he fell off a cloud. That's so stupid. He crashed his cloud car after drinking an ice cold Colt 45, right? 30 years. And this is what we get. We get a reboot. You asked for it, right? You wanted the best. You got the best. Star Wars. You remember that. So, okay. Let me talk about some good stuff here. The good stuff. The stuff I enjoyed. I honestly thought a lot of the kind of back and forth banter between the good guys and stuff was in the spirit of Star Wars. In the spirit. I think there was a little bit too much of it, though, because I'm all for characters being a little lighthearted and not, there's a charm to when the good guy kind of doesn't know what he's doing, right? When you use it in increments. Remember I said that. When you use it in increments. In this, it seems like this guy, Finn, just doesn't know what he's doing. He's a babe in the woods. And it's like, man, you're a fucking stormtrooper. Like, you have military training. Why are you like Jackie Chan out there? Like, whoa, oh my god, a blaster. What am I going to do? Like, you have training, man. You're not me. I just saw like I should play that in slow motion, but I won't. Because that would require effort. Like this big glob of drool. You have military training. You're not me. You're not me out there fighting things, right? Grow the fuck up. Reach down and see if you got a pair, son. What is the problem with you, right? There's a little bit too much of that cutesy, tootsie stuff in this film for me. With the good guys just kind of guessing their way through stuff. It's cool every now and again, and it is like a staple, I guess, of the Star Wars thing. But, I found myself in this really, really clamoring for an adult. I was thinking, okay, out of all these good guys, who knows their shit? When Leia finally shows up, I'm like, good, Jesus, we finally get an adult up in this piece. Like, Leia, you know what's going on, right? Like, what? But okay, I'm trying to be positive. So that was cool. I thought that was in the spirit of the of Star Wars anyway. The kind of bantering back and forth between the people, and some of it was honestly pretty funny. I thought the droid with the rolling ball, I don't get it. I don't know how that's even possible with the head. Because that would mean the head would have to be just magnetically or magically floating. Because it wasn't like the ball had a rotational, I can't think of the word because I'm not a civil engineer. That was the wrong term. But, if you have a head on the droid and it's a ball, it can't rotate all the way and keep going. It can't. Unless the head is literally floating above the thing, but somehow it did. I don't know how this being is possible, but it is apparently. No, it's not. It's not possible. So they go. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but I can't. I'm mad. So they go to Cantina Part 2, and look, it's a bunch of weird aliens, and they're playing kooky music, and everybody's kind of. Aliens, oh my god, and they're in the planet, and for the life of me, I was like, oh, it's Tatooine. It's Tatooine. It's just got to be Tatooine. It's Tatooine. It's not Tatooine. Why isn't it Tatooine? Just make it Tatooine. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, except they're not calling it Tatooine. It's Jakku, right? Jakku, right? Jakku, Hugh Jackman. Jakku. That's the name of the planet. It looks exactly like Tatooine. Right? No, but it's not Tatooine? Alright. You bet. You bet, man. Oh, I forgot. This is the cover album. This is Star Wars pinups, right? That's what this is. So alright, man. Whatever you say, it's a completely different planet. It's me. I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot here, obviously. Okay, another good thing. I'm sorry. Another good thing. When I first saw this Kylo Ren character, right? And I really liked his voice. There was something about the way that he spoke, the manner that he spoke, that I really liked. I thought that it sounded cool with the kind of effect he had going on his voice there. I liked that. I liked it. It was a great voice actor. They just should have gotten a different actor because, excuse me, as I said, the guy looks like Lou Diamond Phillips. Not like there's anything against Lou Diamond Phillips. I love Lou Diamond Phillips. I wrote a fucking song about Lou Diamond Phillips. But, yeah, he looked kind of goofy. He looked like a goofy, angst-ridden kid. And he kind of acted that way. Like when the one First Order guy is like, bro, they escaped. And then Kylo Ren, he starts freaking out. He just flips out all over the world. And he starts slashing, the instruments and stuff on the, wherever they are. I don't know, Star Destroyer or something. And I thought he's having a tantrum. He's having a legitimate Sith baby tantrum, like I would when I throw shit around, and then I thought he's a little bitch, but that's the point of this character, and I loved it, right? He's not Darth Vader, he's not this omnipotent kind of tested Sith warrior. He's kind of like the angst-ridden equivalent of what a Sith Lord would become. You know what I mean? Like that kind of tumultuous, like fuck, I'm not sure about this, right? And that was awesome. Here's my problem though. Like, why is he in charge of shit then? Like, that would be one thing if he was like the apprentice of the guy calling the shots, but he's not. He's the guy calling the shots, and it turns out he doesn't really know what the fuck he's doing. And, you know, alcohol. So that was a little weird for me, to kind of get into that part of him. But I appreciated it because of all the characters and all the good guys. Well, all the characters, period. He was the one that I thought, okay, this I can work with. Like this, I'd like to know more about. This character, I hope they don't kill right away. And thankfully, they didn't. I was worried. They had me worried that they were gonna, but they didn't. They made the right decision in keeping him alive because he actually surprised me and turned out to be the highlight of the film for me, I think. So anyway. Oh yeah, on a side note. Star Wars side note. I don't think it's too much to ask, after 30 years, to see some new Force powers. And they kind of did it in this one. Kind of, sort of, maybe kind of. Where somebody like shoots at the big Sith bad guy, and he just like freezes them, kind of like paralyzes them in fear or whatnot, and then like the bolt actually is hovering, you know, like the bolt is frozen too. I thought that was really, really cool. And then he just, you know, after a while he just lets it go when it hits something. It's a kid or something. But after 30 years, I would think that for the millions and millions of dollars that is invested into, you know, script writing and the idea men in Hollywood, can we get some new fucking Force powers up in this piece? Please? Can we get something I've never seen before? And lightning doesn't count. I've seen that. I've seen that for a while now. So I would like the Jedi to do something else. Really anything. I mean, if you could summon a dog, like that would be all right, I guess. I suppose. But it's just I implore the people doing these movies, like, can you give them some new tricks after all this time, please? Show me something I haven't seen before. So this was like a step in the right direction, because that whole like freezing the thing with the blaster bolt, that was cool. I like that. It wasn't just, you know, him blocking it with his hand or something. It was something different. So something different-esque, I'll say. So, you know, we're getting there. Maybe I'll have my dog summoning in episode 9 or episode 12 at this rate, with how they're going. So, Kylo Ren is, well, spoiler, he's Han Solo and Leia's kid. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And, you know, they're doing the whole, like, oh, Han, if you see him, bro, like, spank him real good, but, you know, like, bring him home because we worry about him and stuff. And he took the car. It's like when you take the car and you're a teenager and your parents want to kill you, but they just hope you're okay. You know, it's one of those type deals. But, so, the plot of the movie, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. The plot of the movie is, the Resistance has the location of Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker just doesn't want to be found because he's like, what? Fuck this. This is stupid. It's the same old shit. I'm not going to be a part of it. And he just goes to a deserted island and hopes everybody leaves him alone, and he hopes incorrectly. So they know where he's at, or they have a piece of a map where they know where he's at. And the First Order wants to find him, to scold him for blowing up to death. That's my thing. All right, I didn't get what I came to. I did not get what I came to watch this movie for. Right? I wanted to know what the fuck happened. What happened? Right? So the Emperor dies. Everybody gets blown up. The Alliance wins. What happens? What changes? The answer is nothing. Same old game in brand new drag. No, same old game in same old drag with smiley faces is what happens. Guys, didn't you win? Like, why is Han Solo still smuggling? Why is he smuggling monsters or beholders from Dungeons and Dragons or whatever the fuck those stupid Sci-Fi Channel original movie monsters were? My man, you helped topple the Empire. You blew up the Death Star. Both of them. Why are you still working at Target? Did that bum anyone else out? Like, you're a general. But, okay. I guess it didn't matter. I guess it just didn't matter. Like, Luke kills the Emperor, and Ewoks play xylophone on Stormtrooper helmets, and then it's just like, well, same old shit. Somebody else just steps up and goes, I'll be the bad guy. And then, you know, the Watcher from Marvel Comics becomes the new Emperor. A literal giant. He's a ridiculously sized being. But you know what? I bet they're gonna swerve us all. And when they finally show him, he's probably gonna be a little tiny shit. Because, like, you only see him in the holographic things or whatever. And he's just big, huge, enormous, giant guy. And I bet he's probably just like a little shit or something. Like, you know. I was gonna say Phantomas. How do you say that word? Phantomas? Phantomas? That's... Where's my alcohol? Oh, here it is. I found it. So, here's the good thing that I really liked about this Kylo Ren character, right? So he's Han and Leia's kid. And there's a part where, you know, there's a father and child reunion is only a force push away. I know it's a mother and child reunion. I was mixing it up for a bad joke. So they meet. Han and what did he called them, Ben or something? Like when he saw him, he was like, Benny, go to your room. Or some shit like that. So, yeah. So, you know, like he goes up to him and throughout the movie, you know, Kylo Ren, he admits like there's this pull towards the light. And he's kind of like praying to Darth Vader's helmet because, you know, we wouldn't know it was Star Wars if we didn't have Darth Vader's helmet in there somewhere. Because some people forget. I told this story before, but I got to tell you again. I remember when the first Star Trek movie came out. The reboot. The J.J. Abrams reboot. And by the way, completely unfair having J.J. Abrams helm both Star Trek and Star Wars revisions. Should not be allowed. There should be a senatorial something or other that disallows this. Because you cannot have the same, like, general creative force behind two properties of this magnitude. It is not fucking fair. And it does neither. It does a disservice to both. And this country... What's that talking about? I was talking about something. It is so hot in here. It's really warm in here. Or maybe it's just because I'm drinking and angry. No, I'm fat. Oh, that doesn't help. I'm like sweating. I got pouring, like sweat dripping all over my chest. I wish Star Wars wasn't too legit to quit. I wish it quit. I wish it just quit. Oh, okay. Right. So Kylo Ren is kind of like, you know, I'm bad, but I feel this pull towards the light, which is kind of weird because he's murdering, he's just destroying planets, like 5 at a time. And he's like, but I want to be a good guy. You do? Then how about you only kill 3 planets today instead of 5? How about that? Start slow, baby steps, right? So he gets in like a face-to-face meeting with his daddy, and you know, Han's like, dude, your mom and I miss you. Just come home. Like, it's cool. You killed 5 planets. Like, shit happens. You know, it's just you're a kid. Kids destroy worlds. That's just kind of how it goes. We understand. Just come home and you could take the car out, you know, every Thursday. And he's like, okay, Dad, cool. Psych! And when they were having this kind of heart-to-heart, and Kylo Ren's kind of like, you know, I need you to help me. I'm being torn apart. I need you to help me. And tears are, you know, forming in Lou Diamond Phillips' eyes and stuff. And, you know, nobody wants to see LDP cry, you know. LDP. Lou Diamond. Okay, good. I was worried that I fucked that up. So, LDP. It's awesome. So awesome. I hope Lou Diamond Phillips walks around or like he's on the phone with his agent and he's like, listen, LDP doesn't do shit like that. Like, I just hope that's happened at least 1 or 2 times. It'll make me so happy. So, you know, he's like, I'm being torn apart. I want to be good, but I just killed another 6 planets. Oops. You have to help me, Daddy, if you want me to be good. And then Han Solo's like, I'll help you be good. And then, like, you know, Kylo Ren, he holds out the lightsaber. And Kylo Ren, that's such a stupid name. Kylo Ren and Stimpy. So he holds out the lightsaber, and then Han goes for it. And I'm like, kill him. Like, dude, you can save this movie. Kill him. Just kill him. It's so easy. He's already there. He's already, like, he's got, like, a foot. He's kneeling in the grave. Just kill him. And he does. He totally kills him. And I thought, yes. I thought one thing would have made this really, really, really cool, though. When he takes off his mask, he's just a guy. He's just a regular guy. He's like me. He's like, hey, you know, there's no real features to him or anything. Dark side features, I guess you could say. Which is kind of odd, being that he just blew up like 4 or 5 worlds. I would think maybe he'd get like a black eye or something, but I guess not. So, I thought it would have been cool if when he finally kills his father, like he opens his eyes and they're like yellow or something. You know, like some kind of outward change in him where it's kind of like, okay, you've passed a threshold that you can't go back from. At least that you can't go back from easily. I thought that would have been really, really cool, and that would have been very, very neat. They didn't really do that. I don't know why. I thought that's where they were going. When they first showed him, and he had just normal eyes, I was like, he's not, like, isn't that the first step of, like, Sith corruption? You at least get, like, a blue eye or something? Can you get something to make you look evil? No? You're just LDP, I guess. I mean, if that's how you roll. So, but anyway, I liked that, right? I liked that right off the bat. They start off with the bad guy of the whole thing, and he's conflicted to begin with. I like that. I do. And I like where they kind of went with it. And I was hoping that they did not kill him, because Star Wars, these recent movies, they introduce people to die. Like Darth Maul and all these other people who they just, you know, introduced to die. Bad guys to be knocked down again. Without really building them up into any kind of character. Right? They don't have to be a threat. Well, they should be a threat. But, you know, like, I'm more important, or I'm paying more attention to the character. Not just, he's the bad guy because he's the bad guy, you know. And I think they did a good job with that. With Kylo Ren. Actually, you know what? Probably, I'm going to say they did a better job with him so far than with any other character I could really think of. Even including, like, the good movies. I mean, you could say, well, Vader, but up until a very Luke just kind of says, there's good in him. I can feel it. And it's like, you can? Like, what? Where did this come from? It just kind of pops up out of nowhere. Like, no, bro, he can be good. Like, what? What did you say? So, I don't know. But in this, they showed it. Like, the character voiced it. And you could kind of see it where it's like he's not sure of himself. He's in this role and he's not really like all together with it. He doesn't really know. And I thought that was very interesting from a character perspective. So bravo to them for that. I thought that was really quite cool, actually. And then to have him just, like go full bore and be like, because they did a good job of making it seem like it could go either way. They could do the Disney thing and have the bad guy go good, like, right in the first movie, but they didn't. I thought that was cool. And they killed Han Solo, which, to be honest, by the end of this trilogy, I want them all dead. I want Luke dead, preferably crucified if that's possible. I want Chewbacca staked through the heart and set on fire. I want everybody dead. I want everybody from these new movies to be dead because that's, if you get 9 movies made about you, you better fucking die at the end. I mean, you better. You have to. You have to. Unless you're James Bond, you have to die. And even with James Bond, they got other actors. So technically, he did die a bunch of times. He's like Doctor Who, I guess. But, so yeah. So I think they did a good job with the bad guy. But everything else, for the most part, I think is a carbon copy of shit we've seen before, planets we've been to before, and scenes we've seen before. Sorry, but, like, when they... And it's so funny, because when they... I'm sorry, I just... booze. When they were talking about this new Star Killer base... 30 years. 30 years. When they were talking about this new Star Killer base... somebody brought up the Death Star. And they said, oh, well, this was how big the Death Star was. And they show up a little holographic thing like this. And then they're like, and this is how big the Star Killer is, bro! It's like 9 times the size of it. It's the same fucking thing, but it's so much bigger, bro. That means it's better and deadlier. It was so childish and stupid for them to be like, okay, it's the same fucking thing. It's just way, way huge. And somehow that's supposed to mean the threat is more dangerous, right? The Death Star killed one planet. This one does like 5 at a time. But it doesn't really matter if the 5 planets that got blown up are nameless, faceless, bullshit planets that nobody really cares about. You feel me? So, on a technical level, on just a level of, okay, removed from everything, was Star Wars The Force Awakens a horrible movie? No, I don't think it was horrible. I think it was completely unnecessary. I think it was an homage to fanboys and to get people to cheer when C-3PO shows up at the expense of being creative, coming up with new characters to front a new trilogy that could bring Star Wars into whatever, into the future under Disney's care. And that's what kind of surprised me, because just continuing the story and dusting off 70-something-year-old Han Solo and 60-something-year-old Princess Leia, that is very creatively bankrupt, and that is very creatively lazy, and those are not terms or words I would associate with Disney. So I'm disappointed. I really am disappointed as far as that goes. But as a film, and just like judging it is it terrible? No, it's not terrible. It's just there's no reason for it. There's just no reason for it. And you know what? If it comes between something being god awful, like Sharknado bad, and something just being unnecessary, I'll take the Sharknado bad because there must be balance to the Force. And the awful, terrible shit like that balances out the good shit that hasn't existed for 20 years or so. Since Point Break came out. The original Point Break. I know they're going to reboot that. And believe me, I'll be sitting right the fuck here talking to you about that. And I think when that time comes, I'm going to need a couple more of these. Huh? Yeah. Peace out.